Barcelona player rates Osasuna. Raphinha's late race keep Barcelona marching on. Barcelona continued their relentless march at the summit of La Liga with a hard-fought but richly deserved 2-0 victory over Osasuna at Camp Nou, extending their winning run to 7 consecutive league matches on a night that demanded patience, intelligence, and resilience. Hansi Flick's men once again showed why they are beginning to look like champions-elect. With Real Madrid still to play on Sunday, the results hand Barcelona a potential commanding 7-point cushion at the top of the table, an advantage that could prove decisive as the season begins to take shape. A test of patience against a deep-lying Osasuna. Fresh from a mature and impressive Champions League performance in midweek, Barcelona were met by a familiar La Liga challenge, an exaggerated low block. Osasuna arrived in Catalonia with a clear plan to defend deep, deny space, and frustrate a Barca side brimming with confidence. For large spells of the contest, Osasuna camped 10 men inside their own penalty area, limiting space between the lines and forcing Barcelona into speculative efforts from range. Despite enjoying over 80% possession, clear-cut chances were at a premium, and as the clock ticked into final 20 minutes, the visitors' strategy appeared to be working. But once again this season, Raphinha had other ideas. First half frustration and missed opportunities. Barcelona started brightly with Lamine Yamal fresh off receiving his La Liga Player of the Month award for November. Looking eager to make an immediate impact, the teenage sensation constantly demanded the ball and attempted to stretch Osasuna's compact defense shape. Ferran Torres thought he had broken the deadlock just after the 20-minute mark when he nodded home a well-worked move, only for Vieira to intervene. Replays showed Raphinha had been marginally offside in the build-up, and the goal was correctly chalked off. The disallowed goal seemed to sap some rhythm from the hosts. Frustration crept in, and several Barca players resorted to long-range efforts as Osasuna continued to hold firm. Torres came closest before the break with an audacious bicycle kick that wrestled just wide. But despite dominating possession, Barcelona went into half-time level. A warming sign after the break. Osasuna nearly shocked Camp Nou early in the second half. Victor Munoz pounced on a dangerous turnover and surged towards goal, but Alejandro Balde showed remarkable recovery pace to apply pressure, forcing Munoz into a rushed effort that drifted wide. It was a rare moment of alarm on an otherwise quiet night for Joan Garcia. That chance proved to be Osasuna's last real threat. Raphinha decides the contest. As the second half wore on, Barcelona tightened their grip on the game. Pedri once again orchestrated proceedings with elegance and control, began to find pockets of space between Osasuna's line. In the 70th minute, the breakthrough finally arrived. Pedri slides a perfectly weighted pass through the middle to Raphinha, who took one touch before unleashing a fierce strike from outside the box. A slight deflection only added venom to the shot, leaving Sergio Herrera helpless as the ball flew into the net. Forced to abandon their deep defensive shape, Osasuna suddenly found themselves exposed. Barcelona smelled blood, and the second goal soon followed. Jose Kondo surged to the byline and delivered a dangerous cross that ricocheted off an Osasuna's defender. The ball fell kindly to Raphinha, who reacted quickest to tap home his second of the night and seal the victory. On the eve of his 29th birthday, Raphinha delivered when it mattered most, scoring a decisive brace despite not being at the sharpest for large portion of the game. Barcelona player rating. reflects collective maturity. Joan Garcia enjoyed a relatively quiet evening but remained alert when called upon, confidently handling the 2 shots on target he faced. The backline was largely assured, with Gerard Martin particularly impressed as he used his pace and physicality to nullify the threat of Victor Munoz. Paul Kabasi and Joe Kundus were defensively solid, while Alejandro Bale combined defensive diligence with attacking support down the left. In midfield, Eric Garcia provided efficiency and balance, breaking up play and recycling possession intelligently. Pedri was once again the heartbeat of the team, producing a performance reminiscent of Andre Iniesta, who watched on from the stands and registering his 3rd consecutive league assist. Lamine Yamal dazzled in flashes despite being double and triple teamed, while Marcus Rashford and Ferran Torres had mixed fortunes, showing early promises before fading as the match progressed. The numbers tell the story. Barcelona's dominance was emphatically reflected in the statistics. They controlled 80% possession, registered 24 shots to Osasuna's 3, and won 14 corners. Their expected goal tally rose from 1.04 at halftime to 2.61 by full time, underlining the sustained pressure they applied as the game wore on. Osasuna, by contrast, struggled to escape their own half, completing passes at just 57% accuracy and failing to register a single big chance throughout the match. A statement victory. This was not a flashy or effortless win, but it may prove to be one of Barcelona's most important performances of the season against a stubborn opponent determined to frustrate. Fleck's side showed composure, tactical discipline, and belief, hallmarks of a true title contender. With momentum firmly on their side and Raphinha continues to deliver decisive moments, Barcelona are setting a formidable pace at the top of La Liga. If Real Madrid tumble, this victory could be remembered as the night Barca truly began to pull away. For more updates on the La Liga, football, Barcelona news, and trending sports stories, subscribe to our YouTube channels, Avoncola's Production and Avoncola Movie, and follow us on TikTok at Avoncola24, at Achebulu David, at Avoncola Studio, and at Avoncola's Production. I remain your host and your sport presenter, Achebulu Joinwejo David, reporting for Avoncola Services. On behalf of the management team of Avoncola Services, we want to thank you for taking our time to watch this particular episode to the very end. We hope to see you in subsequent episode. It is goodbye from us for now. Thanks at Avoncola's Production and Avoncola Movie. Copyright Avoncola Services.